Hi, I'm Lullan and welcome to my tiny art studio where I make big paintings and sometimes small ones. Today I'm going to talk about procrastination and how to procrastinate efficiently. According to my Oxford Dictionary, procrastination means the act of delaying something that you should do, usually because you do not want to do it. I think that can be true with certain things, especially housework, but when it comes to art, I think sometimes one can fall into procrastination is because one overworked or overwhelmed with the subject. What pushed me into the dark hole of procrastination this time is that I got totally overworked. I worked really hard with these examples for a really big painting of a white-tailed eagle, and it's going to be for quite a prestigious art exhibition in September, and somehow this stressed me out terribly. I painted this on the back piece of watercolor pads because I find that very freeing to paint examples like that, because I feel I can experiment more freely when I know it's not an expensive material I'm using. I finally narrowed it down to these two, and the customer is happy with my choice as well. At this point, I hadn't realized I started to procrastinate until I found myself painting tulip leaves over and over again, and then painted them over and over again. The danger with procrastination, in my case anyways, is that I tend to start new projects and they need to be finished, otherwise you have half finished stuff everywhere. So if you catch yourself procrastinating, have a good talking to yourself and tell yourself do not start anything you cannot finish within a reasonable time frame. To snap out of procrastination, I usually go for a walk or go out for coffee. I find changing the environment helps a lot, and sometimes the weather is really bad, so you can't do that, but just go out on the balcony or patio and take a breath of fresh air. I am back in my tiny art studio and it's time to start focusing and stop painting tulip leaves over and over again. So I decided to add in some birds to get myself going in a different direction with this painting. Another thing that can be good with procrastination is that one gets things done that one meant to do a long time ago. I'm labeling some codes. I always forget what thingy they belong to, as one tend to have plenty of charges and codes these days. And of course, part of procrastination is doing useless things like labeling my external memory to my MacBook. I guess one can call procrastination some type of art block. I don't particularly like the word art block. I don't like to think that one can be blocked from art, even if it's only in your own head. I think it has more to do with a performance anxiety, that one thinks that everything you do or create needs to be on some type of social media, or if it's just to show to your friends or family, just skip that and create something for you that you keep a secret. And I think that normally does the trick to kind of unblock oneself or get over procrastination. In the end, I think I got plenty done. I still feel a wee bit lazy, which is one of my symptoms of procrastination. But painting the dollhouse was like getting a holiday from the art studio that I really needed. So, arts and crafts, I do recommend it. As a creative person, I find it very hard not to do something every day, like draw or paint. but sometimes I do have days that I don't touch a brush or a pencil, and I think those days are needed. I'm always mindful not to make them too long, because the risk is that it can feel very daunting to pick up your brush and paint again after a longer break. And my last tip, as you can see, is tidying up your art space or your creative space. I always get so inspired just spending time in my tiny art studio sorting out my art supplies, and I just need to get stuck in and start drawing or painting. Go and get your toy. Go and get your toy. Go and get it. So, go away. I do sincerely hope that you do not feel bad for procrastinating. It's a natural part of being an artist or a creative person. I just ordered some Schmincke super granulating watercolors, and I'm going to show you them in my next video, and I'm also going to talk about how to never run out of ideas for what to paint and draw. I hope to see you in that video. Lots of love.